Matt Willard, I'm the County Appraiser for Wyandotte County. Appreciate the opportunity to visit today about property tax valuations and the appeals process. Wanted to visit about it because, it's a hot topic right now. People are passionate about it, and rightfully so. This does impact people's lives and livelihoods. And there is some information online that's good information. There is some information that is not so good. Wanted to take the opportunity to put out some factual information where we can. The appraised value is the apportionment of the property tax share. Basically, what we do here, I kind of phrase it as we're dividing up a piece of pie that nobody wants a piece of. We are establishing market value as of January 1st for a piece of real property in Wyandotte County. What that does is eventually it gets certified to the county clerk, gets certified to the various taxing jurisdictions, and then it gets applied to their budget to calculate the mill levy. So the statutes that we follow when appraising property are contained in Chapter 79 of the Kansas Annotated Statutes, as well as the Kansas Constitution. The state legislature is the body that can adjust statutes. So the main function for the County Appraiser's Office is to discover, list, and value all real and personal property in Wyandotte County to establish a fair market value as of January 1st for the apportionment of property taxes. So concerning studies or work that is hired out by the county for residential properties, there is none. That work is conducted entirely in-house with county staff. Commercial valuations are conducted in-house by county staff. However, there is a cap rate study that gets commissioned annually due to the lack of available data in Wyandotte County. That study allows us to find some metro area data and produce a better product. The way that you can confirm the information we've got on your property, there's several ways actually. Probably the easiest is just to give us a call, 913-573-8400, and ask to speak to an appraiser. They can, over the phone or in person, 8200 State Avenue, if you want to come out and just sit, go over the property, review it, make sure that those characteristics are listed appropriately. This doesn't have to be part of an appeal. This can be just walk in and visit with us. And it's important because that property data, those characteristic data, determine in large part the value of your property. We've also got online a property change form at wykokck.org/appraiser that can be filled out. So lots of ways to help us find that information. It's up to the taxpayer. The reason a house can be a year older and still be more valuable is because of the way that we value property in the state of Kansas. It is at fair market value. That is based on sales of surrounding properties. So even with a year of age, if similar properties are selling for more this year than they were last year, the appraisal has to reflect that reality. And so the appraised value will increase. And all things being equal, they should be of similar value. However, no two parcels are identical. There's always going to be some difference, whether that's condition, whether that's size of the house, the building, or the size of the land. There are going to be differences, and those are all accounted for in our sales comparison and other market approaches. So we do get that question a lot, and there are differences, and we do our best to account for. Additionally, neighbor's property may be too low, which does happen. If there have been improvements that got made, we find a lot of the time that there are remodels that don't get permitted We have no way to know about them. So we do get the question, hey, this house here, they did all this work. Why is it still low? The answer 99 times out of 100 when we look is we were never notified of that work. We do visit every property at least once every 5 years. That's actually a little quicker than the state requirement of every 6, to make sure that we are getting those property characteristic changes as quickly as we can, or as timely as we can. But we don't know what we don't know. And that goes to improvements to properties and also detriments to properties. That's why the property tax appeal process is important as it is. It lets folks come in and share where there are issues that need to be accounted for that would impact that sales price and thereby the value.